I'm Gabriel Stroud. I'm team captain of Sabertooth. I run my own company. Esme is a student, Rob is a builder, and Al is an engineer. After all the effort for last series, of all the work we put in, to go out in the first round was terrible. Our drum spins at 150 miles an hour. When it hits an opponent, it's going to rip them to pieces.
To win Robot Wars would mean so much to my dad. I think it's probably his ultimate dream.
On this series of Robot Wars, you'll hear Sabertooth roar.
I'm John, I'm from Oxford. Our robot is Terahertz. I'm a mechanical design engineer. I design racing car simulators. Also on the team we have Nick. He's an amateur rocket physicist and he operates the axe. Terahertz is all about the axe. Very powerful, powered by CO2. So it's really built around the weapon. I spend a lot of time on the design side of things. I probably must have spent thousands of hours designing Terahertz. I think my combat strategy is always attack, just full-on attack. Just get stuck in and go for it, see what happens.
We're Team Shock from Gravesend, and our brand new robot is Aftershock. I'm Will Thomas. I'm the team captain and the driver of Aftershock. My dad, Ian Thomas, is our main engineer responsible for building the robot. After getting knocked out of the last series, we wanted to build a brand new robot and come back even stronger. The day after, I got into CAD and started designing the beast that we've got now. You really don't want to get in its way. Our major worry with Aftershock is flippers. If we get turned over, we're not sure how well it will self-right, as it's currently untested. The ultimate dream for Aftershock is to become the Robot Wars champion. That's what we've built it for, that's what we're here for, and that's what we're going to do.
Team Rapid is made up of me, Josh Valman, as the team captain, Andy, the engineer and driver, and Letty, our tactician. I started my engineering career when I was about 10 years old, and that started with Robot Wars. For the last 5 years, I've now been running a company, making everything from consumer goods all the way through to aerospace components. Rapid is completely over-engineered. Most robots have valves this big, and we're standing here with a valve this big. I think if we go out of the competition, it's going to be our fault. I don't think it's going to be the opponent. The adrenaline of robot fighting comes down to 3 minutes. With months and months of work, it all comes down to that one moment.
We're the lorries from Antrim in Northern Ireland, and our robot is Jellyfish. I'm Dave, I'm the team captain and the driver. Gemma's a horse dentist, believe it or not. She brings a lot of the stuff from that trade in, so she's handy with tools and things. We really want to show that anybody who wants to build a robot can get involved with Robot Wars. Jellyfish is a 1.5 metre wide clamp bot designed to latch onto the opponent and control them, drive them where we want them to go. I think that not having specific engineering skills has actually given us an advantage. It's allowed us to think outside the box and do things that other teams wouldn't even think of. A group of jellyfish is called a smack. We're coming to Robot Wars to lay the smack down.
We're Team Eruption and we're from Warrington in Cheshire. On our team is me, Michael, and my dad, Adrian. I'm an engineering student at university and my dad works for a research laboratory. Last year people said we got a bit unlucky and we were that close to making the heat final. This year we're hoping to do a lot better and Eruption is a robot worthy of being a finalist. 18's a big year for me. I've moved out of home, I've started university. Turns out a robot is a lot easier to use than the washing machine. Eruption's built as one big shell that everything bolts into. So if we fight a big spinner, and we get a lot of damage and that twists the shell, we're going to have a lot of trouble repairing that on the day. I might have only just started my career in engineering, but I'm here to teach everyone a lesson.
Behemoth. It's big, it's bad, it's back. I'm the driver of Behemoth. We have Kane, who does all our pneumatics. We have Michael, who does all our electronics, and Kevin, who does all our mechanical work. This time around, Behemoth is going to be a modular type robot. The Type 1 bucket is the original. The Type 2 bucket is a plough type designed to deflect spinners. And the Type 3 is going to be an attachment that fits on the Type 1 but gives us the edge to be able to grab a robot and to control the fight. We feel that we've got a robot that is capable, but we just keep finding those unlucky moments that just keep catching us out. Behemoth has been 18 years in the making. We're going to show these new robots how it's done.
I think that's enough. Leave it, leave it, leave it. I don't want to damage his robot anymore.
My dad was a wimp last year, and I'm going to make sure that I don't make the same mistake as he did. Our team is Team Cherub. I'm Sarah, and I'm the captain. Toby is the driver, Mark is the weapons operator, and most importantly, Rosie is the cupcake baker. Our robot's unique because it's a 360 lifter. That means it can go all the way around, and that means if it goes on its back, it can flip back onto its feet. I'm most proud of the wings because it makes it look amazing, and if it didn't have the wings, it wouldn't be Cherub. I like to help out in the garage, but Dad doesn't like me playing with the power tools, and it really annoys me, but I can't really do anything about it because he's my dad. If my robot got destroyed in battle, I'd be really upset and I'd go up to them and cry right in their faces so they'd feel guilty. My dad got to the Heat finals, but we're going to do one better and win.
We're very confident in PP3D's ability to win the competition. We wouldn't be entering otherwise. So I run a 3D printing business. Sarah runs a small holding, looking after a variety of animals, including Shetland sheep and Shetland ponies. And Lawrence is an engineer, and he's very good at taking things apart and putting them back together again. So we went for an undercutter design to try and get past the defense of other robots, to take out wheels, to try and get behind flippers, and just do as much damage as possible. During an impact with PP3D, half the energy of the collision goes back through the robot's chassis. So we had to design the robot to be able to survive that. So one design decision that people might think is a bit odd is the fact that we have exposed wheels. For us, those wheels, very easy to switch out. If everything is enclosed, then it means that you basically have to keep on hitting the other robot until something gets destroyed inside. PP3D is the most powerful robot that I've ever built. You're going to have to bring something special to the arena to beat us.
I'm Jason from Northampton, and my robot is Thor. Part of being a builder is demolition, and that's what I'm bringing to Robot Wars. The new version of Thor is sleeker, lower, it's actually faster, more powerful, and more relentless. The weapon can deliver 1,250 kilos of force in less than 250 milliseconds. How would I best describe Thor? Relentless, savage, and powerful.
My name's Tim. I'm the captain of Dorset Roboteering team, and our robot is Concussion. We've got Sam, he's the mechanical design expert. We've got Nick, he's the guy who's good with computers and electronics. And we've got Carl, our driver. He keeps cool under any amount of pressure. It's our first ever robot in any weight category. We've gone straight in at heavyweight. What makes Concussion stand out is a really powerful drive system and a tenacious weapon. The feeling of winning Robot Wars would be almost second to none. It's what we've wanted for a long time. We've wanted to be there, be involved, but to win, it's a whole nother level.
We're Team 4C, we're from Worcestershire, and our robot's Mr. Speed Squared. It's a family team. I'm the dad and I've got my 2 sons with me. Jake, the driver, he's a computer programmer and IT technician. My son Sam is a motorsport engineering student. There's many hours of work gone into Mr. Speed Squared. If it gets destroyed, I'll be quite upset. Mr. Speed Squared is a ring spinner, 360-degree offense, 360-degree defense. If you touch it, it'll be ripped to pieces. If Mr. Speed Squared works as it should, then nobody will want to fight us.
My name's John Denny. I'm the captain of the heavy metal team. In my team, I've got my son John, he's the driver, my daughter Tasha, and my wife Kath. My day-to-day job is a crash tester. I crash cars. From that job, I think I'll bring a natural light for destruction. My son's still at college. My daughter and my wife both work for a fast food restaurant. The robot is a wedge shape, 2 large wheels, totally invertible. You can throw it all around the arena, it'll come straight back at you. It's unstoppable. The most impressive technical aspect is probably the rotating arm. My ultimate goal in the competition is obviously to win it. Compared to us, all the other robots are lift music. We're heavy metal.
I'm Surin. This is our robot, Supernova. Supernova's robot with a spinning disc and is armoured with steel used on armoured tanks and is 4-wheel driven. The first series robot was Supernova's eliminated, basically down to my poor driving. So Supernova this time around is different in that it's got a new, much stronger steel body and it's got a much more powerful weapon, also known as the Disc of Doom. It's so hard, it'll cut through other robots like a knife through butter. You can't actually test the weapon because there's nowhere safe enough other than the arena. So I don't really know what's going to happen. So our combat strategy Supernova, with such a powerful weapon, is to go in and just tear them up. This year, this is our chance. I'm going all out.
We're a Team Frostbite from Kingston Grammar School and our robot is called Frostbite. I'm Derek, I'm team captain, responsible for design and construction. Harry is our driver, Chris is branding, and Thomas is maintenance and repair. Team Frostbite has learned a whole new range of mechanical, gearing, electronic skills, including the construction and design of the body. It would be amazing to win Robot Wars. I don't think there's ever been a plastic robot costing less than £500 to have lifted the trophy. Team Frostbite, we cut through to the bone.
We are the Ware family from Shropshire, and our robot is Pulsar. The team is my parents and I supply robotics parts to the robotics industry. My dad's a music producer and my mum is a copywriter.
We're a very strong family unit. But it's Ellis who's the core of the robot team.
As long as we can remember, it's been his passion.
Building robots has taught me about engineering. Pulsar is a really low, sleek, compact machine that packs loads of power into a small space. Last series, Pulsar got into the top 6, we got into the final episode, and unfortunately we had one of those recurring electrical issues. We never really got to show what Pulsar can do. I'm using high-performance brushless motors again, the same systems as before, although they're all kind of turned up to 11, and the whole machine is just absolutely ramped to the max. Pulsar is the most powerful robot I've ever built, and I feel sorry for anyone who has to fight it.
Last year was a victim of circumstance, in my opinion.
Pulsar there! Flipping Ironside 3 over.
This year that's not going to happen when we're going to be knocking machines out. On the team we have myself, Adam. I'm a production engineer. Trevor's the same, he's also a production engineer. Louise works in a school, and Patricia's a cook.
Last year, our self-righter was our Achilles heel. It was far too slow and took about 15 seconds to turn the machine over. This system should have us over in about 2 seconds flat.
Einstein 3 is one of the strongest robots in the competition. It's small and compact, so we can have thicker armour and take bigger hits.
So the compact design of Einstein allows the bar to be very big. What that means is the bar covers most of the robot, so you can come at it as almost any angle and we're going to hit you. All in all, we reflected on what was wrong last time and we put that right. And we're back, we're stronger, and at the minute we're not scared of anybody.
My name's Nicholas White, I'm from Falkirk, and our robot is called Worm. Worm is a 4-wheel drive push bot. We've taken design inspiration from reptiles and dragons. We're all friends. I met Finn at university, and through him, I met Jonathan. So after Overdoser went home in the bin bag, we immediately started working on a second robot. The main differences between Worm and Overdoser is that it's not made of wood, it has a much lower ground clearance, and it's got a heavily armoured front that shouldn't bend this time. So this is where we're building Worm. Many people have a cosy and comfortable workshop to work in. We don't. We have a street. Our robot stands out from the fact that it's designed to be made with the minimum amount of tools. As long as you've got an angle grinder, a drill, and a welder, you can build one of our robots. If we can do it, you can do it.
I'm Dave Young, I'm the team captain, and we've also got the team engineer, Mark Dermott of Team Apollo, the defending Robot Wars champions. So we're here at Pontins Prestatin, where we met many years ago as Bluecoats.
Whoa, whoa, whoa there, old Dara.
It's behind you!
Oh, no, it isn't.
Oh, yes, it is!
Apollo is upgraded for the next series of Robot Wars. We've got new upgraded armour, new electronics to make the robot faster and more agile. And this year, we're going to make it 2 times Robot Wars champions.
I'm Dave, I'm the driver, and Sam's the weapon operator. Me and Sam are both qualified engineers working for the nation's biggest companies. Carbide is a combination of both of our efforts. We got quite well known for this death hum that Carbide produces. It is terrifying, it scared us. I can see why other people are terrified of it as well. On the inside, Carbide's been completely re-engineered. It's now more powerful, more reliable, and more precise. So we went back to the drawing board with the motor that powers the weapon. We decided we need to make our own. The new one's absolutely micron precision, completely to our own design. Carbide has a reputation for being the meanest machine around, and we want to keep that reputation.
My name's Jamie, and I'm the team captain of Coyote. We are from Ayrshire. With me on the team, we've got Rachel Gibson, who's responsible for the electronics and welding, and Callum Jones, who does our CNC machining. My day job is as a domestic gas engineer. Coyote is a mean, menacing dog from hell.
Kind of says a lot of strange things about Jamie. He's usually a kind of very calm, collected sort of guy, but then he comes up with a monster like that.
Front weapon jaws are a hefty piece of kit. They weigh around 45 kilos, which is a good percentage of the robot's weight. So we've got to make sure that we've got enough weight left for armour to make sure that we can stand up to attacks from the other robots.
With Coyote, we're not just here to destroy, we're here to scare.
My name's Alex, I'm a product design engineer. I design things for theme parks, visitor centres, roller coasters, things like that. The team's made up of myself, I was the lead designer, my father Ian, my friend Dave, who's our second driver, and Keith, who's become our CNC expert. Clusterbot is a machine that's made of 2 or more parts, which gives our opponents not just one problem to deal with, but multiple issues about how you fight something that's in 2 places at once. Having a cluster does present another problem. If both robots take a lot of damage, we don't just have 1 robot to repair, but 2, which could potentially be twice the work. Entering Robot Wars was a childhood dream, and now I'm about to become your worst nightmare.
On the team we have myself, Adam. I'm a production engineer. Trevor's the same, he's also a production engineer. Louise works in a school, and Patricia's a cook.
Einstein 3 is one of the strongest robots in the competition. It's small and compact, so we can have thicker armour and take bigger hits.
The key feature of Einstein 3 is its bar. It's hugely powerful. It spins at 1500 RPM and has a net weight of 18 kilos. The bar is mounted above the machine, not inside it like Carbide. This means our bar is bigger, it can be heavier and can hit harder, so we can dish out some real damage. Winning Robot Wars would be a great recognition of how hard we've worked and how much design and time we've put into a machine. The ultimate dream for Einstein 3 is that we win Robot Wars and then come back and defend it.
On our team is me, Michael, and my dad, Adrian. I'm an engineering student at university, and my dad works for a research laboratory. Eruption is designed around the weapon. It's all about the flipper. Eruption's got a custom control circuit in it, which means we can vary the amount of gas we put into each flip. So we can conserve gas when we need to, but also put a huge amount of gas into one particular flip and get a massive flip on our opponents to throw them out the arena. I was inspired to build robots purely down to Robot Wars. I watched the TV show when I was 2-3 years old, and I've been fascinated ever since. If everything goes right for us on the day, this could be a champion.
Me and Sam are both qualified engineers working for the nation's biggest companies. Carbide is a combination of both of our efforts. In the final of the last series, we were against Apollo, who won. The weapon packed up, and feel if it had kept turning, then we might have had a better chance. So we went back to the drawing board with the motor that powers the weapon. We decided we need to make our own. The new one's absolutely micron precision, completely to our own design. A few teams got a bit of an easy ride last year when our bar stopped working. Hopefully that's not going to happen again.
I'm Will Thomas. I'm the team captain and the driver of Aftershock. My dad, Ian Thomas, is our main engineer responsible for building the robot. Aftershock is a massive spinning disc on a really tough armoured chassis. Aftershock's greatest strength is the huge amount of kinetic energy it stores in its weapon. Using that, it can create unparalleled forces in the Robot Wars arena. Last time, Carbide knocked us out of the competition, causing loads of damage to Shockwave. This time, Aftershock is ready for it. The ultimate aim for Aftershock is to become the Robot Wars champion. That's what we're built for, that's what we're aiming for, and that's what we're going to do.